Good morning. This morning we're going to do some breathing, a little bit more breathing at the very beginning. And then I want you to think as we do our movements today about your joints. And I was listening to a really nice lecture about yoga and our joints, not so much about yoga, but about our joints and how when a joint is aching or hurting or injured, that it directly mostly impacts the next joint up and down. So if your knee is really bothering you, your ankle and your hip are really going to feel the brunt of that in addition to the injury or ache in your knee. And so as we move through the class today, I want you to think about your joints. And when I say that we're breathing into our joints, obviously we're not sending more oxygen straight to that joint, but it's about the presence of your mind and your just being in touch with your body, your joints, your needs of the day as that changes from day to day, and just being really deliberate with movement so that we protect what might be hurting, but we also protect those next joints up and down. So I want us to think about that today in class. So just come into your seat, feet nice and comfortable, a comfortable straight back, gentle bend in the low back, just a natural curve to the spine. Palms up or down, whatever feels comfortable for you. Maybe slightly lowering the chin, closing the eyes. And just allow yourself to come into your practice. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Just noticing the breath. In and out. And now as you breathe, begin to notice your count of your inhale and your count of your exhale. So maybe it's 3 or 4. And as you notice that, try to bring those comfortably into sync. So 4 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, whatever is a comfortable breath pattern for you, but just making those even. Settling into our breath increases our awareness of our movement, our body, our joints, our muscles. Expanding the breath, helping do some inner stretching, and then exhaling, letting go of any tightness or distraction. Nice, 2 more breaths. Very nice. And then gently opening the eyes if they're closed. Bringing some movement into the hands. Dropping the hands down, going to reach up overhead. Hands, palms together, lowering down to our heart space. And in addition to our evenness of breath, in holds or in the practice when we're pausing, just thinking of a word or a phrase that brings you in, centers you, brings you peace, and allows you to remove the distractions and just focus on yourself and your practice. Very nice. And inhaling, hands up, lowering the hands down to your side, and then inhaling, exhaling, face to one side, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, other shoulder. Just a few breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, being aware of the neck, how the neck feels in your shoulders. Inhale, front. Exhale to the side. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more each side. Very nice. Then lifting the arms up, hands on the shoulders, fingertips on the shoulders. Back with the shoulders, inhale. In, keeping the back straight, just bringing the elbows together, exhale. So not curving the back in. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, elbows in. If that's a strain on your shoulders, always an option to drop the elbows. Same motion here. You might even play with that a little bit, see how that feels different in your shoulders. Inhale out. Exhale in. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. And then taking our hands to our prayer mudra. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, palms together, head down, arms out. Inhale, bringing the hands up. Exhale, floating them down behind you. Inhaling out to the side. And exhaling back forward with the chin tucked. Coming back to seated, straight. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale in front. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, front. Do those 2 more times. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, front. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, side. Exhale, front with a tuck. Inhale, chest. Exhale, front. Inhale, up, reach. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, forward with a tuck. Last time. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, out. And exhale, forward. Bringing our hands back to our heart center. Then reaching out, clasping the fingers behind the head, if that's comfortable. If it's not, sort of maybe fingertips at the ears. And just looking up with the chin, not thinking so much about a back bend or your neck, but gently lifting up, drawing belly to spine if that helps your low back, or opening the legs a little bit, also gives your pelvis a little bit more space. Just inhaling and exhaling. Good. 2 more breaths, really bringing that movement to our spine. Inhaling and exhaling, stretching the ribs. Good. And then inhaling, lifting the head back up and floating the hands down. Very nice. Now we're going to take our legs a little wide, almost like our goddess pose. Important that we can see our big toes. We don't want our knees falling in. So even as we move, just taking a glance down and making sure that the knees aren't collapsing. If it's too much of a strain to keep the knees open as you move, bring the feet in. So we want a nice stretch. And just sit here for a moment, hands on the knees, really feeling into the hips, the back. As this hip stretch, think about the joints up and down. How do your knees feel? Your back, inhale and exhale. Very nice. Then as you inhale, let's bring the arms up. Inhaling and exhaling. And just bringing a little motion, again, keeping our knees out and open. We can see our toes. Inhale, drop one hand to the knee, and exhale, reach across. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower the hand, reach across with the opposite hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, again, staying engaged with the hips, the seat. the knees. Marrying that breath, feeling your breath, feeling your joints. Let's do 2 more each side. Lifting, reaching, twisting safely. Very nice. Let's hold here. Reaching for things safely is all about being present in what body parts you're using. So if you're reaching for something, it's not just your hand, it's very much your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder, even your back. So being present in all those joints as you reach help us prevent injury or strain. 2 more breaths. Very nice. Then floating the arms down, bringing the knees together. Maybe a little tap, tap, tap. Very good. Now we're going to come to standing. So we're going to put our feet underneath us and just do our chair up and down 3 times with our, not using our hands if we can do that. Leaning forward, feeling your pivot points. You feel your center of gravity strongly over your feet. Then standing and sitting, just barely standing, just barely touching down, stand, sit, and then pushing the ground away, coming to standing, reaching with the fingers. Here we go. I'm going to come around to the back of my chair to use the back. Also an option to use the front if you'd like. We're going to come into our standing forward fold. And I'd like you to use the back of your chair so that you can really feel into the bend and stretch. Sometimes if we're using our hands on our knees, it's all about what we want to focus on. And I'd like us to focus on the stretch and allowing yourself to stretch instead of balance. So using the chair, straight legs, but always a micro bend to protect the knees. And if you have a problem with the back of the leg and it really, really bothers your knee, always an option to sort of put that little kickstand in it instead. But with a nice tall spine, I want you to keep your the tailbone to the crown of the head. So we won't look up. We're going to keep a nice neutral head with a nice straight spine. Inhale, and then exhale, lower down, straight legs. Just find your stopping point. Micro bend in the knees, neutral head, straight spine, and find your stopping point and breathe. Don't grip the chair, but using the chair for balance. Relax the toes, relax the face. Inhale through the nose and out through the nose, strengthening our bodies, our backs. Bringing that flexibility into the legs. Our hamstrings, as we can loosen them, helps not pull our pelvic back so we don't strain our low back. So really bringing some flexibility into our hamstrings, so important for back health. Inhale and exhale, 2 more breaths. Very nice. And then put a little slight bend in the knees. As you exhale, pushing back, pushing through the ground, pushing the ground away, pushing the chair away. This is also a great bend for the, I do this in my kitchen, the kitchen counter. Also for if you're typing a lot, to get out and do this on the back of your chair. But very easy to do this even on a high counter. You just allow your elbows to bend more and find that spot, stretch for your back. Very nice. Now we're going to get into the legs a bit. So stepping one leg closer to the chair and the other leg back, toes in line. If that bothers your hip at all, you can rotate your back foot out slightly, but keeping your feet almost like they're on rails, toes pointed in the same direction. Feeling that back heel, find the spot where you can have your back heel on the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, keeping the hips straight, pointing in the same direction. We're not opening the hip to the back leg. Hips both facing forward. Finding a spot, your legs back far enough. You get a stretch with your heel down. Breathe in, breathe out. And now bringing a bend to the front leg. Maybe you can step back, your back leg back a little bit more. And just find that spot for you that gives you the back leg stretch. Maybe your hip, calf. If you'd like to throw some balance in here, totally an option to let go of the chair. It just engages your feet more, but feel your strength in both feet. Inhale and exhale. The stretch might be more in your back leg, but really feel your feet engaged with the ground. Power in the feet, bringing that strength all the way up the spine, into your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Very nice. And now bringing your awareness into your front foot. We're going to step that back foot up. Maybe wiggle it out a little bit. Opposite foot, this might have a different range. Finding your spot first with straight legs, where you can have your back heel back, hips straight, not falling out or falling in, hips straight. Feeling your feet. Where's your weight in your front leg and your back leg? Just being in touch with your grounding. Micro bend in the knees, not to hyperextend the knees. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. And hands on the chair at first if you'd like to adjust your stance, finding your lunge point. You get a hip stretch, maybe calf. This gets into the side of my leg, but definitely in my calf. Heel on the ground, finding your spot that allows your heel to be on the ground. Front leg bent. And again, releasing the chair if you'd like more of a balance. Breathing in, breathing out. Option to close the eyes for more balance, but really feel in touch with your feet, ankles, knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Hips are straight. Face is relaxed. Maybe you feel muscles firing to keep you balanced. Just be in touch with that. Very nice. 2 more breaths here. Very good. Hands on the chair, bringing your presence into your front leg. Step your foot forward. Little bicycle movements. And then we're going to move into our balance pose. We're going to move into our tree pose. We've talked about this, so important for our body health and spine health to practice balancing on one foot. And again, this can be done anywhere. It can even be done just standing in line someplace, just lifting one foot barely off, bending the knee, but really all of your weight is in one foot. It can be done anywhere. So for just a moment, bringing your presence into both feet. Again, being in touch with our balance, maybe rocking back and forth a tiny bit, feeling your grounding, coming to stillness, side to side. Very nice, coming to stillness. And we're going to shift our weight over into one leg. Nice grounding in the feet, picking up the opposite knee, opening the knee up, and then finding the spot today for this leg, whether that's the side of your calf, toes on the ground or on a block, maybe knee propped on a chair or against the wall. It's also a great option to stand against the wall in this pose so that you are leaning against the wall, but your legs get the benefit of the balance pose. There's so many options, but find your place, breathing in, breathing out. hugging your spine with your body, drawing that strength up from your legs, through the pelvis, up the spine, into the shoulders, so strong. If you fall out, just fall back in. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice, 2 more breaths. Very nice, bringing our knee in, dropping the foot, and then lowering the leg, making our movements deliberate, staying in touch with our joints. Very nice, and then shifting the weight, being aware as our weight shifts into the other foot, nice and grounded. This side might be different, give yourself time. Lift that other knee, open the knee, and then find your spot on this leg. Maybe propped on the calf, toes on the ground, just not on the knee. And if you're holding on to props, that's great, so you can really ground into your feet, maybe a challenge to close the eyes. If you feel nice and secure in your balance, just allow yourself that inner shifting with your eyes closed to really feel your feet, feel your body supporting you. Again, hugging the spine in with the body, drawing up. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice, 2 more breaths. Great, now bringing the knee in, dropping the foot and lowering the leg. Little bicycle pump, stretching. Now we're going to move back to our chair for a warrior sequence. Always an option if you'd like to do this standing. I'm going to do it sitting for just more stretching. I really like the grounding feeling of a nice stretch. So for our warrior 2, we have one leg that's going to be close to the chair, so a knee pointed out to the side. And then our other leg, if you scoot back in your seat, should have the room with your hip to put your leg either back or a little bit in the front, a little bend in the knee if that's more comfortable for you. But really, even though we're in the chair, feeling that grounding that we could almost, maybe with our hands, almost stand up, but just nice and grounded through the feet. It's a strong pose, even in the chair. Inhale, and then exhale, reaching out. Arms so strong, reaching, fingertips pulling away from each other. Strong feet, knees, hips, spine, shoulders. If you put the palms up, it brings our shoulders down away from the ears. And then roll the hands back over, palms down. Breathe in, breathe out, really feeling the strength and power of this posture. Relax the face, gaze out over the middle finger. Very nice. Then lowering the back hand over the straight leg. We're going to turn the front palm up and reach up overhead, looking at the palm. Sort of getting a little back bend, a little twist into the side body. Just breathe in, breathe out. Don't hold the breath. Relax the face. Exalted warrior. Breathe in, supported by the legs, supported by the spine. 2 more breaths. Good, and as you exhale, leaning forward, dropping that forearm to the knee on your bent arm there, and then taking your straight leg their arm over straight leg and reaching up overhead. So now we're creating a line from our ankle to our fingertips, reaching so strong, supported by the chair, our lower arm, reaching with the fingertips, pushing away with that back foot, feeling the outside edge of the foot engaged, reaching with the fingers, breathe in, breathe out. Strong stretch. Option to lift the front arm off the leg and continue to reach, just really engages the core body. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more breaths. And then really inhale, reaching so strong out, one strong line, and then inhaling, reaching up, bringing us to seated, and then exhaling, floating the arm down. Very nice. We're going to bend the leg to the front, swing around and do the other side. So our opposite leg now will be, knee will be bent against the back of the chair, scooting our seat back. So the top of the leg is on the chair, giving that freedom to our back leg to come out as in your range. Knee slightly bent if that helps, bringing it forward if that helps. Then I'd like both your feet on the floor so you can really feel grounded. And always an option to do this standing if you'd rather, either side. Always an option to do it standing. Inhaling, reaching arms out. So strong, arms parallel with the floor. Reaching out past the middle finger. Let's roll the palms up to lower our shoulders. And then roll the palms back down, maintaining our shoulders down, but reaching, powering our feet, pushing out through the outside of the back foot. Breathing in, breathing out. Strength in our ankles, our knees, our hips. Our spines are strong, shoulders. Feeling where that breath is going, bringing in our strength. Exhaling out anything we don't need. So strong. Breathe in, breathe out. Very nice. One more breath. Good. And then dropping that lower arm, front palm up, reaching up overhead, keeping your gaze in your palm, which gives us a gentle back bend. If any discomfort in the back knee, always a micro bend. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good. 2 more breaths here. Nice and grounded. Very good. And then dropping that front forearm to the front knee. Reaching back with the back arm, creating our nice straight line. Really pulling with the fingers, pushing with the ankle, the side of the back foot, creating this nice straight line. Inhale and exhale. Such a strong stretch into the whole side body. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in strength to hold the pose. Exhaling out anything we don't need. Challenge to lift the front arm at some point or another time, just lifting, putting back down. Inhale and exhale. Good. 2 more breaths. Very nice. And inhale, reaching strong out, and then up, bringing us back to seated, floating the arm down, and bringing our knee back forward, coming back to seated. So I'd like us to just sit for a moment in a chair mountain pose. So typically we stand, we do our mountain pose standing a lot. But with these stretches and our balance moves, just sitting for a moment with your breath, breathing in, breathing out. Really listening and feeling to what your body is saying. Not just thinking about what maybe is stretched or feels uncomfortable, but focus on those points that are so strong and so supportive. Very nice. If your eyes are closed, gently opening the eyes. Hands on the hips, on the knees. And we're going to inhale and we're going to do some torso circles. So we're going to inhale, we're going to exhale out, inhale forward, exhale out. Go ahead and inhale back, exhale to the side. Really deep stretches if you can. Just sort of finding your range. If you need to sit there for a moment and find that range, just do circles here. One more circle in this direction. Inhale forward, exhale. And when you come back, start in the other direction. Exhale, inhale, exhaling side, inhale, exhale, exhale. Then after you come back, when you go to the side this time, I want you to stay there for a couple breaths. Really feelings, let's stay grounded in our seat, really pushing with the side ribs. Just inhale and exhale and see how that feels. What's affected by your breath? What's being stretched by your breath, and what can you let go a little bit when you exhale? Good, one more breath. Nice, inhaling back to center, and then exhaling, pushing forward, same thing. So reaching with the chest, allowing ourselves to be here for a few breaths, inhaling and exhaling. How is our breath affecting this? Can we pull our shoulders back a little on our next exhale? Can we drop the shoulders? Can we reach forward a little more with the chest? Inhale and exhale. Good, inhaling back up. Exhaling other side. This side might be different. Just feeling in that side rib, wherever is getting a good stretch. Maybe it's your hip. Maybe it's the shoulder or neck. Feeling, stretching, inhaling and exhaling. Two more breaths, really feeling it. Good, inhaling back up. And then going into our back, hunching the shoulders over, really pushing the mid back, tucking the tailbone, staying here for some breaths here. Kind of in our cat, but we're going to hold it. Holding the pose, not the breath. Inhale and exhale. Are you feeling this in your mid back, low back, shoulders? Breathe in, breathe out. Really getting like a mini massage from our own breath here. Expanding the back with the inhale, finding some range with the exhale. Two more breaths here. Good, inhaling back to center. Very nice. And then just to get a little movement, we're gonna go into our seated cat-cow, but just so it's your own breath. When we inhale, just tailbone back and up, lifting forward with the chest. Inhale, exhale, tucking the tailbone, pushing out with the spine, tucking the chin. So just sort of move through this at your own pace for a few breaths. We were doing some holds. Let's get some movement. Just what feels good. Really finding the range of your spine, both inhaling and exhaling. Do 2 more. Very nice. When you're done, just coming back to neutral. That cat-cow is so important, that motion of our spine. We get so stuck in the same things we do all the time that really giving your spine a chance to go through full motion, especially seated when we're not worried so much about balance, but we can really get into the, it's also great on your hands and knees if that's accessible to you. Pad the knees and do cat-cow. It's really nice. Now we're going to do a little bit more of our side stretches. So reaching down with one hand, inhaling one hand up, and I want to stay seated, stay grounded through your seat, reaching over, staying grounded, always an option to hold onto the side of the chair so you have access to that side body, but also your balance, staying grounded in the seat, not letting your side come up. Reaching, inhale and exhale. Seeing how much you can reach out to the side with those ribs, really reaching out to the side with your ribs. One more breath, inhale, exhale. And then on that inhale, reaching with the fingertips up, 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 bringing us back to seated and floating the arm down. Other side, inhale, reaching up, curving over, keeping our shoulder in line with our hips, not falling forward, but keeping up. So just find the range you can do with your hips and with your shoulder in line with your hips. Think about reaching with the rib, not so much where your hand is going or how far your shoulder is going over, but really reaching with those side body. Inhale and exhale, balanced in the seat. Very nice. Then reaching, inhaling, reaching up and floating the arm down. And we're going to do our twist with the side of our chair. So bringing the knees over to one side. Nice and grounded in this twist with the chair back to us. So we have that for support to really let yourself drop into this twist. And I encourage you on your inhales to really feel the stretches of your inhales, where that feels the stretch. And then as you exhale, letting go of any tension and also maybe finding a little range just within your comfort zone. So inhaling, arms up, nice tall spine, exhaling, belly, ribs, shoulders, head. Not gripping the chair, but using it, knowing it's there. Option if you'd like to reach out with the back hand, but totally fine to use the chair. Just breathe in, breathe out. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels nice, to really be in touch with the hips, spine, shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Being present with your inhale. Where is it going? Exhaling, finding that bit more range. Nice, 2 more breaths here. And then a nice big, staying in this position, nice big inhale, big breath. Big exhale. And then just gentle breath, unwinding head, shoulders, ribs, belly. Little micro bend in the other direction. Just look over the opposite shoulder. It's always nice to have that little counter twist, even though we're going in that direction now. We'll move over to the other side. Spinning our knees over to the other side. Grounding through our seat, present in our feet also. And again, we want to remind ourselves to just let ourselves fall in, inhaling into the expansion, exhaling out tension, and maybe finding a little more range. So we'll inhale, arms up. Nice tall spine. Exhale, belly, ribs, shoulders, head, if that feels comfortable, looking over the back shoulder. Using the chair for access, not gripping. Relax the face. Inhale and exhale. Finding that massage again from the inside with our breath. So good for the movement of our organs. Keeping them moving around on the inside. Breathing in, breathing out. Where's your breath going? And what can you find? What can you let go? Relax the face, inhaling and exhaling. Nice, 2 more breaths here. And then a nice deep inhale, really feeling it. Nice exhale. And then gently unwinding head, shoulders, ribs, belly. And again, micro bend into the other direction. Just look over the opposite shoulder. Come back to neutral, bringing our knees back around. Little tap, little wiggles, whatever feels good. And that's a nice body twist. We're going to do a little bit of a different take on the twist. We'll do our eagle pose. So crossing one leg over the other. You can move forward in your chair if that gives you a little more range. Crossing one leg over the other. And then placing your, the same leg that's, nope, that's backwards. The same leg that's on the bottom, putting that arm out. So whatever leg is on the bottom, putting that arm out first, other arm on top. And then bend the elbows and find a spot for your hands. Maybe that's back to back, the back of your hands. Or maybe you can wrap your hands around and put your fingertips in your palm. But just spend a moment and enjoy this back stretch. Inhale and exhale. And then you have options for whatever feels good for your body. You can come down, placing the arms on the knees or getting them close to it, tucking the head. Also an option to reach the elbows up and make this more of a back bend. Whatever feels nice, or staying right here, whatever feels good for your body. Inhale and exhale. Where's your breath going? How do your joints feel? Relax the feet. Relax the face. 2 more breaths. Very nice. If your fingers are wrapped up, just let the fingers go. And then gently lowering the hands, unwinding the arms. And letting the leg down. Stretch. Then our opposite side, opposite knee on top. Whatever leg is on the bottom, that arm goes out first. And then opposite arm on top. Bend the elbows. This shoulder position might be different. Find your spot. Back of the hands together, or even hands on the shoulders if the extension of the arms is too much. And again, finding your place here. Straight up feels nice. Maybe bending over feels good for your upper back. If it feels good to have your elbows up, feel a bit more of a back stretch, whatever feels good for you. Just do it mindfully, breathing in, breathing out. Relax the face, relax the feet. Feeling the breath, maybe feeling how the side is different. Nice, 2 more breaths here. Very nice, releasing the fingertips if you're holding that, or separating the hands, lowering the arms, and then bringing the legs back to the ground. Again, any sort of gentle movement that feels nice, that's a big stretch sometimes. And then preparing to come into our forward fold, whatever position works for you today. Most importantly is I just want your head down and relaxed, unless that bothers your neck, of course. But so whether that's elbows on the knees with your head dropped, dangling, or maybe hands on the calves, shoulders on the knees. If the ground is accessible to you, or our wonderful blocks, always put your hands on a block. But finding your spot, grounded in your seat, grounded in your feet, and allowing your head to relax. Shoulders are relaxed, nodding the head, yes and no, gentle movement. Finding the spot where you can really relax. Breathing in, breathing out. Every so often, again, bringing in that nice deep breath. It really helps you feel your body moving, and then exhaling out any tension or finding a little more range. Relax the face. We'll be here for about another minute. Always an option to come out. Just do it slowly. Being aware of your breath, maybe a nice deep inhale. Gentle exhale. How does this feel different from when you first lowered down? And then awareness in your feet for support, awareness in your hands. We're going to bring our hands to the top of the knees, head down still. And then as we gently inhale, we're going to push ourselves up with our knees, lifting our head gently, eyes closed. And then just allowing yourself to reorient. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling the effects of being upside down. Relax the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. If your eyes are closed, gently gazing down at the floor, opening the eyes. Just reorienting. Maybe movement to the hands and feet. Very nice. Bringing our legs back together. Reaching down, putting your hands around one knee. You're going to lift one knee up. Let's just hold this for a moment here. Inhaling and exhaling. You can decide if you want to put more strength into your legs than your hands or more range with your hands. Finding that spot, inhale and exhale. Good, and then sort of guiding the knee out to the side. You can have your hands under your thigh or maybe one under the thigh and one out to the knee, just opening that knee up, but just a little bit higher, not goddess pose, a little higher, moving into the hip joint differently. Inhale and exhale. Back to center, up, inhaling and exhaling. Good, and then lowering that leg down, hands around the other knee. Always an option to use a strap under your foot if you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch, but this works for this part of it. Just inhale and exhale. If it was more comfortable for you or more accessible, also have the hands underneath the knee. Whatever works, inhaling and exhaling. Now moving the hip out to the side, supporting it with the arms. Inhale and exhale, just a higher hip stretch than our goddess, getting in a different part of the hip. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Back to center, up, breathing in, breathing out. Good, and then lowering the leg down, tapping the feet out. With our feet extended, let's just point and flex. Point and flex. And now hold the point. Holding the point, breathing in, breathing out. Now flex, holding the flex. Toes pointed up toward the knees. And now flex, but rotate the legs out slightly. So keeping the legs sort of straight, but rotating them out. One of our duck feet rotated out, just a different kind of a hip stretch here. Keeping them flexed. And now rotating in, getting a different hip rotation, keeping the feet flexed, rotating them in. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, and then just do some ankle rolls in one direction. And the other direction. Very nice, and tapping out the feet. Now bringing the hands, nice active hands forward. Palms facing one another. Let's reach out and feeling your range. Holding back there for a moment, inhaling and exhaling at your range. And now pump the hands at your range, sort of flex, fist, kind of activating our shoulders. And you're only doing this to your range. We're not straining the shoulders. If that hurts, bring it in, never hurting, or lower the elbows. Flex and fist, activating the shoulder muscles. Good, and then bringing the hands back in, palms up and down, up, down, up. One more time, down. And then a nice stretch with your opposite hand, pulling those fingers back, really allowing yourself to get a little stretch. Breathing in, keeping our breath. And then down gently, getting into the other part of the wrist. I feel this in my thumb. It's one of those common spots for women in arthritis, is right there at the base of our thumbs. Good, other hand, fingers back. Getting into that wrist, forearm. Keeping your breath. And then hand down, getting into the top stretch, upper forearm. We can do this stretch at traffic lights. Inhaling and exhaling. Very nice, shaking it out. And then just lowering our ear to the shoulder. Really letting your shoulders relax, kind of falling into a relaxing stretch, inhaling and exhaling. And then making a tiny circle with the nose, just a little slow circle with the nose. Just moving into some different muscles, other direction. Just nice, gentle stretches. Good, inhaling, head up. Exhaling, dropping down to the other side, ear to shoulder. Allow both shoulders to relax. Inhale and exhale. Very nice, little slow circles with the nose. Just some other micro stretches there in the neck. Breathing, other direction with the nose, little circles. Inhaling, head back up. Very nice. And then just taking any final movements that your body's asking for before we sit in Shavasana for a few minutes. Now, Shavasana really is more than just quiet time. It's a time to let all of this good movement that we've done really settle with our bodies, allowing you to just thinking about nothing is really hard, but thinking about your breath or your intention from the beginning of the class, maybe repeating that almost like a mantra if that helps, or counting the breath, just allowing yourself to settle and reap all the benefits of your practice. So finding your space, finding your seat, palms up or down, whatever relaxes you, and just falling in. Our bodies are strong. Our feet are relaxed. Our calves and knees are relaxed. Our legs, hips, seat, relaxed. Our bellies, ribs, so relaxed. Backs, shoulders, hands, arms, so relaxed. Our neck, face, and our thoughts are of our breath and our practice. Breathing in, breathing out. Deepening the breath. Eyes remaining closed, just being aware. Gentle movements to the fingers and toes. Bringing back our awareness from our practice into our bodies. Returning at many moments during the day to the practice that you have, to your balance, your strength, vitality, and appreciating all that your body can do for you. And being thankful that we can do this for our bodies and our minds and our presence. And then gently lowering the chin, opening the eyes. Lowering the hands, reaching the hands up overhead, bringing the palms together at heart space. May we have love and light and peace and joy in our days, and may we share that love and light and peace and joy with others. Namaste.